Welcome everyone for yet another show of Be Revealed Live. Tell your story. We are here, we are live, we are glorious, we are all warriors. No matter what it is you have been through, look at you. You are still standing, you are still amazing. Look back, think back about all the things you've been through, but you are still here. I can talk about me personally. It's not always happiness. I'm not always like this. I've gone through some things, but guess what? I am here. I've made it. I am who I meant to be. I am still becoming. And this is how Be Revealed Life started. That's how we started with Be Revealed. First, Be Revealed started as a way for me to just air out my wounds, talk about my condition, telling people, look, there's something I'm hiding. I want to put it out there because I am so much more. But I didn't know how to tell it until I decided to become revealed. And Be Revealed is not only a brand with our best foot forward, it is a community. It is a movement. And we are all doing this together. We are live again for another show. I have something to tell you guys, but that's at the end. But right now, I am asking you to invite your friends, invite your family. We need to be here listening to my goddess. If you have not been following Be Revealed, do so now. Be Revealed Live. This is where we are going to have all of our shows posted and also what we're doing as a community. And Lymph Goddess as well. After when she come here, you can all get her handle and go on her page to find out more about her, what she's doing, and how she is managing. Of course, as always, I am wearing Be Revealed. I will not live in fear because, honey, I'm not. I don't care what I've gone through, what I'm going through. I made a conscious decision to not live in fear. And of course, I am all class cued out. I look good, I smell good, and we're gonna do this, okay? Okay, so stay tuned until the end because I have something special. Is it special? Yes, it is special. Anything that comes out this mouth is special. I have something special to tell you guys, and you probably will love it. You probably won't. We'll see. Without further ado, I am going to have my sister on this live. I am calling you now. Can't wait to see you. Glow on. Thank you, Coscu. I'm glowing, right?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
You look great. Oh my gosh, your hair is pink?
Yes. It's very.
Darling, this is nice. I love it.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. It's so good to see you. So good to meet you. I must tell everyone that we have not actually met in person.
Oh no. But
I don't know.
You
I don't know why, but whenever I have our guests here, people usually think, oh, they're my friend or I know them. I don't know. We just become acquaintance here and just the energy. But I can't wait to have you.
Feel the energy.
So first, before I get started, let's get your name correct. How would you like for me to call you, Miss?
My name's Mahogany Jeter. That's my name.
Mahogany. Okay, I'm so excited to find out so much before because I've had my leg wrapped before when I was getting therapy, and it was the worst. I don't know how you do it. I can't take it.
No, it's true. I don't like having it wrapped either, but I know that's a part of the process. Like if I want this to get smaller, I have to wrap it.
True.
So it's like I don't like it, but it's like I'm gonna do it.
You're doing great, and you have all my love and support because I know what it's like. I know what it feels like. So totally. So we are going to jump right into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? Who is Mahogany?
I'm 23 years old. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't know. I feel like I'm the oldest of two sisters. I don't know. I'm a chill type of person. I hang with family. I am aspiring to model, but other than that, I'm either watching anime, I'm relaxing with my little sisters. I don't know. I feel like normal type of stuff.
Right. Your modeling photos are stunning.
Thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying.
No, you're doing great. So let me tell you how I found out about you. I know I've never told you.
Yeah.
So I watched your interview with Shake My Beauty, that
Yes.
episode. Okay. So I've had about 5 to 7 people who sent me that your story, and they were like, you have to have her on your show. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I fell in love right away. I'm just like, how, I was fascinated. I'm just like, how is she doing it? How does she do it? So I couldn't wait to have you. Although we have spoken like a couple of months ago, I just wanted to fit you in at the perfect time, and just to do this with you. So I am going to go right into this question. How do you manage? Were you born with lymphedema?
Yes, I've had it literally since I came out my mother. I asked my mom, and she said, when you was born, your footprints, the doctors were able to spot it out there in your footprints. And I guess that's how I got diagnosed with lymphedema.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was it a huge difference? Did your mother or the doctors notice a huge difference?
I'm assuming there must be, but when I look at like my old photos, especially my baby photos, you can definitely tell. It wasn't like enormous, but you can tell one was bigger than another.
So looking at your leg, there's a huge difference. Like you can see there, you definitely have lymphedema in comparison to mine, because sometimes people have a hard time believing that I do have lymphedema. I developed lymphedema. I wasn't born with lymphedema because of clipochernane. After my surgery, that's when I developed it. So I'm secondary when it comes to lymphedema. How much does your affected leg weigh? Because you can see the difference is way heavier than the other part of your body.
Honestly, like, if I have to take a guess, it weighs, no exaggeration, I would say 100, maybe sometimes 150 pounds on my body. Yeah.
That's added to your, is that heavier than your normal weight or?
Yes, like, best way to explain it, like when I got into physical therapy and I weighed myself, it said that I'm 300 pounds. And my therapist told me, well, you know, that's mostly fluid, right? I was like, well, yeah. Like if I didn't have my condition, I would probably be about 150, maybe 160, because I'm also really tall.
Are you? How tall are you?
I'm like 5'10".
Okay, so we're sisters, okay? We're sisters. I'm 5'11", so definitely.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
We are super tall. I know you said you were born with lymphedema. So what was it like growing up? Take us back.
Man, like if I had to really think about my mental when I was younger, I was really depressed because like I'm a little kid and I have everyone staring at me, and it's not in a good way.
Absolutely.
And the crazy thing is, kids my age would ask, but like the grown adults would stare at me more. So I'm like, okay, how do kids my age have more respect than adults? But I guess that's the innocence in children. So,
wow.
I'll have to say, as I got older, I still didn't really conquer it because I only took my photos from the waist up.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I got presented with the opportunity to take pictures, so I was like, maybe it's time to put myself out there, and hopefully, me doing it will help a whole bunch of other people.
So, was that your first time doing your photo shoot? Was that a first time?
Honestly, I started it in like 2017. I think like my 20th birthday, I had put my pictures out there. I was so nervous. I had put them on Facebook and I typed like this long story. And then as soon as I did it, I like logged out and I went to bed. I was so nervous. Like, I did not want to see the reaction. But then I finally got the nerve the next day and I looked at it and it was so positive. I was crying like a baby. I was like, oh my God.
Why do I feel like you're telling my story? So for me, when I wanted to be revealed, it took me years. Although I've been in the modeling industry, but I always I hit it very well. When it came to bookings where I had to show my leg, I either call sick tell my agent that I couldn't make it at the moment, or so I had different ways of hiding. I didn't want them to find out. So when I became revealed, I literally went to New York. My story is this: I couldn't find anyone to work here that understood my vision to
Right.
just put my best leg out there and my best foot forward to just put it out there and just let the world know that, look, I'm perfectly imperfect. So what you see, there's so much more to me. So when I went to New York, did my whole photo shoot, the whole photo you're seeing behind me, that's my actual first photo.
That is beautiful. Like,
thank you.
Pictures, I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope I get to like her level one day.
You will if you stay consistent, you stay at it. And Mahogany, let me tell you, it's not going to be easy. But what you're doing right now, not giving a damn, and just being who you are right now, you will. And however I can help you, I am more than happy. I actually, okay, I'm gonna get into it because I do want to do a photo shoot with you, but we'll talk about this in a minute. So when I decided to put it out, I fasted. It was a Saturday. I fasted from morning until 12 o'clock, and I still have the photo. If you scroll down all the way down to like a couple of years ago, I fasted and I dumped the photo on Instagram, Facebook, and I just went to bed. I'm like, I don't want
to. Oh, nerve-wracking, especially, like, to be honest, the internet is such a different type of like bully. So when you put yourself out there, you're really taking a risk. So it's so happy to find someone that like knows how it feels, because I swear my heart was like pounding. I was like, oh my god.
It's nerve-wracking, but you couldn't tell. I saw your photos. I'm like, wow, this is confidence. I know she's been through it, and at this moment you gave all you had to give. These photos, they're great. They're amazing. And I urge everyone to go on your page after and just go take a look at those images. And the interview you did with Shake My Beauty, you should also put it on your page because it was great. It shows your personality. It shows your personality.
I didn't think about that.
No, you should, because it gives people a better idea of who you are, where you've been, and where you are at this moment. Like, look, I know what it feels like to be laughed at, to be stared at, to be bullied, and all of that stuff. But right now, this is where I am. I'm ready to find out what it's like embracing myself out loud. It's beautiful.
It beautiful. Really is. That is so true. It's like a weight has been lifted, like, off your shoulders.
Yes. And if you don't know how to copy the video, I have it. I retrieved it. I went on their page and I got the video because I am planning on posting it as well. Giving you full exposure because I love what you're doing. I just love who you are. I just love it.
Oh, thank you.
Have you had any surgeries?
No, I haven't, but I have been told for so long that it's really not the best option for me. So when it comes to surgery, I've been skeptical. And then even recently with the whole Shake My Beauty, everyone still suggested surgery. So I will ask my therapist, I'll be like, should I do surgery? Well, she will be like, well, surgery's still kind of new. And then I heard of something called lymph node transfer. But I heard if I do that, I'll have my condition in both legs instead of one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, well, no, I think I'm fine just the way I am.
Yeah, was it ever bigger than what it is right now, or?
I have to be honest, because for a while I just gave up because I got so tired of always having to wrap it, always having to do this and that. I would have to say this was probably the biggest because it also got me cellulitis and I was hospitalized. So yeah.
Wow. Well, you're managing, and that's you just have to do what's best for you. And I know, like you're saying, a lot of people saying just cut it off, because to everybody that's what will make you feel better. But you know best. I've had the same experience when my photos went viral. Everyone was like, oh, it's so ugly. If she cuts it off, she won't have to deal with it. Oh my gosh, is she burned? She should keep it covered. And oh yeah, I hear it, like she's just burnt. And I hear all of it, I see all of it, and I'm just, but I was already at a point where I didn't care.
You know, like didn't care. And when I had put that out there, which I didn't expect that to blow up the way it did, so many other people, just like how you said people told me the same thing. I'm like, so people are really telling people with, like, you know, lymphedema or you know, medical condition to cut it off. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Because I mean, some people do, they do mean well, because they're in their perspective, they see in it, they think if you cut it off, it'll all go away. In your case, it doesn't happen. In my case as well, what I was told, if I ever amputated my leg, I will still feel the symptoms. Like I will still, the leg will just not be there, but I'll still feel everything as if the leg was there. So why not keep my leg?
We are sisters, because literally I asked my therapist, not that I'm ever do it, I just asked her, I was like, if I do amputate my leg, what would happen? She said all the fluid would just go to your stump. I'm like, oh. So if I, just being sarcastic, so if I was to do it and I didn't have to, well, then everybody would be like, well, you didn't have to do that, but
Yeah,
that's what you told me to do.
exactly. Exactly. That's what it is. People will tell you one thing, and when they do it, and we see it happening every day in social media. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And you have a lot of people losing themselves at the expense, like just listening to what everyone else's are saying, everyone in their perception and everyone in their opinions. And you have people literally losing themselves because they are listening to this person, that person, and they just don't know what to do. But in the end, everyone looks at you like, well, it's your fault.
I actually, like, now I kind of developed it, like, I can't listen to, like, we can't listen to the opinions of people that's speaking on something they know nothing about.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's like me telling a doctor how to do their job, and I haven't been to medical school. Like, what?
Totally. Yeah, that's exactly. And I tell people all the time to just be careful. For those who mean well, just be careful how you say it, how you approach it. I know a lot of people does try to be helpful in a way, but sometimes it's just not the right idea. And for other people that are trolls, we already know that happens to me 1,000 times, even on my live. Of course, there's always going to be someone just behind you or in your ears telling you what not to do, what to do, and you what you can do, what you cannot do, who you should be, there's always going to be that someone. But as long as you're at peace with who you are and you know who you want to become, you'll be just fine. You just have to ignore it.
Yeah, I was like, it's crazy because it's like, you're not me, so how you gonna tell me what I can and can't do? What?
Absolutely, because it sounds easy, it looks easy, and in their head they're actually helping, but they're really not.
But I do agree, like, if the intention is good, then yeah, I wouldn't take it so to heart.
Yeah.
I've only gotten that, like, literally maybe you and one other person had asked, like, in the respectful way, you know, have they suggested it? And I could be like, well, no. Opposed to somebody else saying, well, you should just cut your leg off. Excuse me?
And you're going to hear it more often. The more you get exposure on social media, the more you talk about it, the more you're going to find people that are nasty. You'll find nice people, but you'll find people that are nasty. And sometimes the trolls overweight the people who are actually nice, but you have to pick and choose what you listen to and what you internalize. It's going to happen.
No, that's true. I don't know. It's just crazy. And I'm so new to this viral thing. Like, of course, you know, I'm aspiring to model, but I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm completely new to all this.
Yes. I noticed. I'll be honest. Yesterday I was on your page like for a good 30 minutes. I was just scrolling. I'm like, oh, I have some ideas for her. And I know what it's like. But you know what? You're doing great, because you will always know where you're going. Yeah. But as long as you're not sitting there and waiting for someone to just take your hands and drag you, it will never happen. No one is ever, at least not in my case. I never actually found someone who say, you know what, let me show you the way. Let me show you how to do this. I sort of kind of had to just go without knowing where I'm going.
Yeah.
And as I go, I start to find my tribe. I start to attract the people that needs to be in my corner, which is what you're doing right now. You're doing great. But I am more than willing to say, come on, sister, let me help you with this. Let me help you with that.
Thank you, because that is nice, because people be asking me this and that. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, y'all gotta let me work out the kinks and try to figure this out.
But you know what? The best thing is you have the right attitude, and that's the best. You have the right attitude, the right outlook, and you're doing what you can. And this is how we cross paths. So it's great. So you're doing great. I know your mom has played a huge role in who you are becoming. She is your best friend. How has it been for her?
My mom, especially with lymphedema, when I had my condition, because you know, back then, like 20 some years ago, it wasn't really that well known. So I would say she was concerned, but she figured, you know, I'm gonna just have to do the research and do what I can to take care of my daughter. And my lymphedema, it comes from my father, but I never met him. So yeah, my lymphedema comes from somebody I never met. So it's kind of like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's her. They keep telling me, or maybe that's what I heard with primary, that is hereditary. And when I look at all of my mom's family members, nobody got it. So I'm like, okay, so it's my dad's side that must have it.
Okay, so you're assuming it must be your father.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can go off of. But like I said, I've never met him. I've never met any family members, none of that. I just know my lymphedema could possibly come from him.
Oh wow. Hi Silk, and Fabulous says, Sim here, I get it from my dad. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe it's something to look into. I did not know. I know I developed it, and nobody in my family has Klippel-Trenaunay, never mind lymphedema.
Exactly.
So I when I got mine from my mom. We're getting some people saying here who they got it from. So you are right. It's hereditary.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it would be nice if you were to be in touch with your dad, but oh well. I am sending, please, as soon as we're done this live, tell your mom, I hope she's watching. Tell her I am sending her all of my love. I know it's been hard. I know it's difficult. It is only going to be harder as you grow and you start to figure out life, but she is doing amazing. And with her by your side and with her just holding it down for you, you will be great. You will be great. You are doing amazing from what I can see. And you're so beautiful. You're gorgeous. You're doing well. Being rare is bold and fascinating, and to some it just, you know how it goes already. On a day-to-day basis, what is it like? I know your lymphedema affected area, your lymph leg is as heavy as your whole body. How do you manage with the looks and how do you feel? How do you manage overall?
I don't know, like mentally, like how I do with looks and everything. I don't know. I've had it for so long. I don't know if I just got used to it, or sometimes my brain tune it out. Now, am I human? And sometimes I'd be like, gosh, okay, I wish everybody would just stop staring.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I got used to it. But in public, I've had people stop me to pray for me. I've had it multiple times. Matter of fact, I think that just happened a couple weeks ago. I was at the park, me, my mom, and my sisters, and this lady just walked up to us. I don't know her at all. And she was like, can I pray for you? I'm like, okay. So literally had to stop in the middle of the park, like head bowed, eyes closed, while this woman is praying for me. Yeah, it's happened multiple times. I think I worked at Walmart. Another woman prayed for me, her and her daughter. But the only thing that kind of threw me off, while we was praying, I felt something on my leg. I was like, what is this? And I happened to like peek my eye. Her daughter is like touching my leg as she's praying. Yeah, I've had it a lot. Yeah.
I mean, with I mean, prayer prayer is beautiful. Prayer changes things. I am a believer.
Yeah.
But when you get random people praying, how do you, like, how does it feel? Do you always feel positive about it? Because I feel like prayers should always be positive, but sometimes
Yeah, it's such a, I can't explain the feeling. It's such a weird feeling. Like, I know they probably mean good, but when they're praying for me and they're like touching on me, like, I swear the last lady that prayed for me, she did the same thing. She didn't necessarily touch my leg, but I could feel her hand kind of like hovering over it. And she was like speaking in tongues and everything. I can't make this up.
you know what, whenever that happens, you just, keep the faith that they actually mean well, and you say your own prayer, and always end their prayer and your prayer with, from their mouth to God's ears, that everything
Yeah.
will work out and it'll get better, because prayer does changes things. It just, sometimes I don't know who are true believers and who is just faking it. So
That's the key.
I'd say just always keep your heart pure and say your own prayer in your heart. And while they're praying for you, pray for them too, because you just never know. Sometimes someone just, probably try to pray for you, but then the prayer that you send out to them will help them in a way that they'll never imagine. So
Yeah, and like I said, like the prayer, like I know the intention is good, but it's like they pray for me to automatically be healed. And I'm just kind of, I don't say nothing, but I kind of want to be like, don't you think God already made me this way
yeah.
for a particular reason? And I'm sorry, I don't think, God above is going to just boom, it's gone like that. Like, I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh my gosh, that's so true. I used to, oh my gosh, you just took me back. I used to pray God every day before I go to bed. I used to pray God to literally change my leg. I would, no word of a lie, I would buy new shoes
Yeah.
and go to bed with the shoes next to me and pray to God. God, if you change my legs, I will be the best servant. Every day for a long period of time, I was doing that until nothing happened. And I was just like, okay, God, you really don't love me.
That's how it feels. That's like laugh is really because I relate to it so much. But honestly, I don't know. Probably like when I was like in that depressed phase, I would be like, why me? Like, especially when I was younger, I would always be like, God, like, why me?
Joe Soundtrack asked, does that affect you mentally? If yes, how? I think
Mentally, I guess you could say self-esteem can kind of feel low. Because like I said, you're getting stared at and it makes you self-conscious. But yeah, as you kind of learn and develop your confidence, it do get a little bit better and it doesn't affect you as much. But if I had to put it as like negatively, yeah, I would say probably self-conscious and like self-esteem low. Yeah.
and too, some days you might feel as confident as possible, and within a matter of an hour, that person just went away and you wonder what just happened. you know um Even to this day, there's sometimes I'm in between, okay, do I wear my both of my compression stockings and long pants, or, but then I've been doing the work, and I'm just like, nope, nope, don't you go revisit that space. You're above that.
Gosh, we're so much alike because that's literally like the mental conversation I have to have with myself, especially before now with the confidence. I'm like, oh my God, like I really want to wear some shorts. But then I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get stared at by everybody. But then now I just be like, girl, just wear it. Just wear it. They going to stare at you regardless. Just go ahead and go out there.
Shamrock, he'll say, I need some more confidence, especially in the summertime. Shamrock, I'll go ahead and answer that. No one, the thing is, no one gives you confidence. No one. And it's somewhere in you, but you have to do the work and dig deep within and find it. I'll tell you what, when I wanted to be, when I became revealed, I wanted to be revealed and became revealed. I made a decision to just pick and choose. Okay, today I'm not going to hide. Today I will not be judged. I would not let anyone make me live in fear. And the more I spoke over myself, and that's how my affirmation came about with Be Revealed, my whole brand that's a community, because I literally was schooling myself. I was unlearning everything that I learned, and in a way mothering myself all over again. This is what you're not going to do, and this is what you're going to do. So, and with that came with this person, I started slowly. It's not just going to happen. And I'm like, if I'm feeling like this, I can speak over myself. Let me try it and see what happens. Yes, I mean, you'll get some negative reaction, but you'll also get some positive reaction that reinforces your positivity. And there you start to build confidence, and you start getting that feeling, that energy. And sooner than later, you realize how powerful you are, and boom, this is it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, once you realize, and that's the best way to explain it, it is like you're mothering yourself all over again. It's really crazy. It's like, once you realize how beautiful you are, not only by looks, but like as a person, just in general, it's like everyone else will sense it. Yeah, you get your haters, but I mean,
and
they're not relevant.
Sometimes I can say this, people, a lot of people are not actually haters. At least that's how I see it. These are people who have their own struggles. They're going through something, but seeing you being who you are, it makes them uncomfortable.
And I don't know why, because honestly, my whole intention is like, I feel like this. I want you to feel like this too.
But they don't get it unless they have experienced it, they've gone through it. And I think it's a process. It's a journey that no one else can come with you on. It's something that you must do. Just like I always tell people, God is personal. Once you experience God, it doesn't matter how much you explain it to other people. They'll never get it because it's that much personal. Same thing with having gone through a certain things in life, or having a rare condition, or suffering from something. It just build it. People ask me, how do I do it every day? And I'm just like, I just do.
I literally get that so much. How are you so confident? And I can't give an exact answer because, like you said, nobody like spoon feeds you confidence.
No. It's
yeah, like
it's work.
Yeah.
It's work. It's a lot of work, a lot of soul searching, a lot of digging to do. Like right now, I could walk out, some days I just feel, and when people look at me, honey, I give them a show. If I was walking a certain way, I see a lot of people looking at me, I roll back my shoulder. Girl, listen, can't nobody tell me no.
You better put in that work. Yeah.
You can. It took me a while to get where I am, so I am going to flaunt it. I am going to do it. Shamrock, it's like a panic attack for me when shopping.
Yeah.
It will feel like it. It will feel like it, but guess what? It's not. It's not, Shamrock. So, you know what? I want to hear back from you. Try everything that I've said. Give it a try. Go shopping. Buy that short. Life is short. You just never know when you're gonna get a chance to wear that short.
Okay, I like what you did there.
Life is short. Get that short. Ooh. Oh, the rapper. Life is short. Get that short. Oh my gosh, we are having so much fun, and I was thinking this interview was going to be so short. Since my last one was so short, I had to leave right away. So let me ask you, who inspired you?
I don't know. A lot of times I say my mother because, of her strength. I'm a mentor a lot. We're, like you said, we're literally like this. So if I had to say other than my mother, this might sound crazy, but I love the model Winnie Harlow. I don't know why, but I do. Don't get me wrong, she's so much more than her vitiligo, but it's so nice to see something different.
Of course.
To see more like variety in like people, especially with modeling. Like when I seen you model too, I was like, oh my gosh, like we're out here.
We just have to push a bit harder than
Yeah.
you're the other regular models, but we are so different. And the best thing about it, once the world find out about us, it's beautiful. I know, having gone through so many different agencies and hearing no's, a lot of no's, and have gotten a lot of rejections and denial because of not only being Black, but having this condition. So it's like, but I remembered once my pictures got out there, and I stayed on it, I stayed consistent, and I remained true to who I am.
Yeah.
And everything else became history. And the more people find out about me, the more they're like, oh, what is it? They want to learn more. So with you, I highly encourage you to keep going, keep pushing, because you know what? Somebody out there is waiting to see you. Just like Winnie Harlow inspire you,
Yeah.
you are an inspiration to so many people already, and you will be to so much more.
Yeah.
Your story will go to places you've never been, people that you would never thought of. You will be traveling to places you never imagined. I know, at least that was my prayer, and it's been happening. And I do wish and hope the same for you. You just have to stay at it.
No, and I have been in, like, recently I did do it. Well, no, a couple months ago, I did do another shoot, but I'm waiting for the edits. And I swear, I'm not that patient of a person. So while I'm waiting for the edits, I'm like, edit all my pictures.
Okay, let me tell you something. Being a model, you gotta have patience, because them pictures, they take time, especially if you work with the photographers that have a lot of other people they're shooting.
Man, I'm learning that now, and I'd be like wanting to punch the air, because I literally just asked the photographer I did those last pictures with. I was like, are the pictures ready yet? He said they will be in about a week. I'm like, oh my gosh. I said, thank you. I was like, oh, thank you. But I was like, oh my gosh, a week. Okay.
It's okay, but what you can start doing right now is find someone in your area who can do some street style for you. I know you love beautiful dresses and skirts, and you can do some street styles. Just get your page up and start tagging the people you say you admire, because I'm telling you, social media, although it has its bad, it also has its good.
Yeah.
And the more you push and the more you remain authentic, the more you are doing the work and grabbing other people with you to journey with you, the more you will see so much more will come to you. So I really encourage you to just not give up, and keep pushing, keep going, and be patient. And find someone, if you do want to have quality photos, find someone who knows angles, who can take some really nice shot for you on regular days, in front of your doors, outside in the streets, anywhere.
There is one type of shoot I've been contemplating on doing, but I've been kind of waiting till my physical therapy is done. I don't know, it's summer, so I'm hoping the pools ain't closed. I've been thinking of doing like a swimsuit one, even though I know that's kind of risque, but I'm like, I've been contemplating it. So I'm like, I'm just waiting like on the perfect moment. But like you said, street style, probably
yes.
that more.
And really, what's a perfect moment? I mean,
I know that's true.
What does a perfect moment look like? You literally have to take the moment and make it perfect.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. You've already done your photo shoot. You know how you feel. You are confident enough, honey. Get that bathing suit. Get a quality bathing suit where you can actually tag the brand to see how risque you are being, and the brand. And so, post that thing. Like I said, I've watched your videos. I see your photos. I myself, I have been inspired. So thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. And I am sure more people will be inspired by you. Last but not least, I want to ask you, seeing who you are right now in comparison to your younger years, what advice would you give to your younger self and everyone else that are listening, whether they have lymphedema or any other condition or stuff that needs a little bit of encouragement? What would you say?
Man, I mean, it might sound cliche, but if I was to tell my younger self, Obviously, I would say you are beautiful and that this is not a curse. This is going to turn out to be a blessing. And honestly, I didn't realize that till now as I got older.
Mm.
Especially with the viral thing. Like, I didn't realize that this that I have can help so many other people. And I didn't realize how many other people had similar experiences.
Mm.
Because for the longest, I felt alone. I felt alone. And I think that would be another thing. I would say you are not alone. There's other people like you out there.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You're never alone. You are never alone. And I know we use the word viral quite a while, and I know a lot of times I have young boys and young girls and even some adults that reach out to me and say things like, "Oh my gosh, I just want to put a picture out there so people can comment and get following and all of this, and my photos can go viral." And I always tell them that's not it.
No.
The self-praise that you get at the moment is very temporary. So what happened when you turn off your phone, your wherever you log on to social media? What happened? Who are you after all that, you know?
Exactly.
So it's not about putting yourself out there just because. It's about you being confident within yourself, confident inside, and not looking for other people's
Like
gratification.
validation.
Yes, validation.
Yeah. No.
Without you just being yourself. And it is so much more beautiful, because once you shut everything off, then you have to face yourself. You have to face yourself.
That's true.
and
You
and
post something that you're not necessarily ready for, and then it becomes viral, and then all that attention can be too much. So something like that, like you said, I'll be like, be careful what you wish for.
yeah, all attentions are not good attention.
Yeah.
And you will get it. You will get it. But don't let that be the only thing that drives you. Do it for you. Do
Mm-hmm.
it because of you first. And then do it because you want to inspire other people, because all of that goes away, but then you still remain with yourself. And
Yeah.
if you don't really truly love yourself, it won't go anywhere. And then, and even if you're getting all these compliments, there's going to be, of course, always someone who comes and says something negative. And if you're not sure about what you're doing and who you are, that is going to crush you. So just be sure you are being true to who you are, and you remain that. Mahogany, I am going to let you go, darling. But before you go, I would like to ask you, what are you working on other than the photo shoot you are doing, and how can we support you?
Okay. Other than the photo shoot, I do have a YouTube. It's my name, Mahogany Jeter, Maho. Oh yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you can Maho.
Gany,
Yeah,
and then my last name is Geter.
got it right here. I am going to pin it. There you go.
And pretty much on there, like, I'm pretty much tracking everything. Like, I did take my YouTube into my physical therapy and have my physical therapist physically wrapping my leg
Yes.
so people can see it, because I always get questions like, what do you do to make it smaller? Well, there you go.
Do you swim? Do you swim?
No, but I keep hearing that I should swim.
Aqua therapy is really good. That will help you. That
Yeah,
helps the fluid to move around.
I would say my YouTube would probably be the best source, because yeah, I post my daily life on there. So yeah.
Okay, great. Where can we follow you? Limp Goddess, or is it Mahogany Getter?
Okay, Lymph Goddess, yes. And then I do, yeah. And then I do have another Instagram, because I don't know, I had the idea to make like a business one, but people went to that one too. So you can follow me on either or. It's literally like model dot mahogany, my name, but it's like two Y's and a G. Like, that's it.
Okay, I love it. So I want to thank you. I want
Thank you.
to just give you praises for all that you are doing, for all that you are, for your beauty, for your confidence, for your aura, for your energy.
Yes.
This energy you have, I mean, having a condition like this could be a downer.
Really.
And it takes work to get here, to get to have this much courage to say, yes, I want to be on your show. Yes, I want to be revealed. Yes, I want to talk about it. It takes courage to roll out of bed and say, today I am going to go out and still live fully. It takes work. It takes courage. And you, darling, you are so courageous. You are bold. You are beautiful. And your confidence is amazing.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you.
You're so amazing. And privately, we are going to talk because I do want to have a photo shoot with you. We are, yes, we are definitely going to shoot together. I live in Canada, and right now everything is closed. I cannot travel. We'll work it out and see if it's more convenient for you to come over here or I go wherever you are. But we are going to do it, and I can't wait to shock the world and surprise her because we are going to do this. Hold me accountable. Hold me up for it. And also, we will stay in touch because I do want to talk about your page and how you can make it better, because I would love for you to be very intentional, to stay focused on what you're doing and on your mission, because you are so much more than what you've been through. You are so much more than what you're going through. Lymphedema is not your fault. Lymphedema is just something that happened to you, but you're not your lymphedema.
True.
So with all that being said, I thank you.
Thank you.
I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming, and we will certainly stay in touch. And I look forward to see what you're doing.
Oh, I love you.
Thank you. And this is Be Revealed, and have a wonderful night. Bye. Earlier on the show, I told you I had something to tell you. Some of you are gonna like it and some of you are not. But some of you know, well, if you ever had to do a live or a show or do public speaking, you know it takes work. And for Be Revealed Live, is not something that I just come on every Thursday and just talk away or have random people. There's work that goes on the background, or in the background, and we do communicate with our guests prior to the show. We do not go over any questions, but they do receive questions, and I do research on whatever it is the topic will be, or whatever story the person will be sharing with us, and whoever's being revealed. I look and do research on what we'll be talking about, so that way I can be well aware and we can have a great show. You can learn from us, and we can also learn from you. If you've been rocking with us from the beginning, I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. This work that we are doing, it might seem or it might look like it's not big or it's nothing, but guess what? Together, we are changing lives. This is how Be Revealed started. This is our foundation. This is how Be Revealed Life came about. Growing up, I needed someone to let me know that I matter. I needed someone to let me know that life will get better. Life is fluid. I needed someone to represent me. I needed to see myself. I just needed to hear that things would get better. And I never really had that. And so now, being who I am right now, today, this woman I have become and still becoming, I am determined to be that person I needed growing up. And this is why Be Revealed Live is here. We are a community. We are doing this work together. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you. If you have not subscribed on YouTube, please do so. Be Revealed. Be Revealed Live. We have another show where we post. You can follow that page. And also Be Revealed, where we have our products, such as I Will Not Live in Fear t-shirts. We have our mugs, Best Foot Forward. And if you want to read more about Be Revealed, how it started, how we got here, it is all on our website. And of course, don't forget to go on Class Q Clothing. Look at this. Look at this. Tonight, when you go to bed, I want you to remember that you Yes, you matter. You are amazing. You are God's gift. You should be confident. I look forward to hear from you. And of course, I am wearing class Q, black on. Let me take it off. And I am wearing I Will Not Live in Fear t-shirt from Be Revealed. Be Revealed. Be Revealed. That's it.